Louise Hemlock, one of the main side characters of Ordeal, a story published on Webtoon, and today we'll be discussing just how strong he is. To start off, Louise is a Kimyo, and if you want more information about them, you can check out my video I already posted. But further ado, Louise has a unique talent compared to others. His talent name is Chichio no Hai. Yeah, I know I said that wrong. Give me 1 second. Okay, bet. Google helping out those in need, but essentially the creator says it means Ash of the Fathers, which makes sense because this talent is passed down to the first male born in the Hemlock family, granting them control over ash that has been stored within the body. These ashes are formed from the ashes of the already deceased Hemlock members, strengthening the talent with more depth of its users. Louise can use this talent to create constructs scaling from small weapons to gigantic beasts. And that might sound simple at face value, but Louise has used this ability to destroy enemies. Earlier on in the series, we see him creating medium-sized creations to ride or as weapons. Like in the fight against Cass, we see him riding a horse made of ash and shooting arrows at him from a distance to pierce him. The larger creations we later see him use were very rare to see from him unless he had to go all out. Also, over the series we see him progressively making his creations bigger and more creative. Like in the current battle against Val, we see him creating large hands and multiple sentient beasts to fight against him. This ability is extremely strong. So strong in fact, Val himself even stated Louise is on the same level of strength as Che was in his first battle against Val. Mind you, in this battle, Che had perfected his Ilios talent, and Louise has only been using an imperfect version of his technique for Val to give him this credit. Louise was able to go blow for blow against Val and even leave him shocked at the aspect of being dealt that much damage. And yes, I know Val is weaker from the first battle and hasn't fully recovered, but he's still at least 75% recovered. And even with that, Louise was still able to fight against him for over 9 hours. Mind you, while knowing that he is not fully recovered, a god tier, Che-Heart, Tevin, and a miniature army still came to fight him. And Louise is still able to fight and handle himself against a man of that strength. He was able to do this thanks to his imperfect technique Death Stance, which allows him to infuse his body and cells with ash, allowing him to be invulnerable against attacks and gain temporary immortality. This ability is in the same class with Kevin Morales, who is the number 1 of the god tier and was only number 2 of the god tier while Leo Thomas was alive because he couldn't fully control his talent. With this ability, objects can go through him like he's Obito, but unfortunately with it being imperfect, it drains huge amounts of chi, and from how the battle is going, will be the last technique and feat of strength for Louise Hemlock. And with that, that is everything we have so far about Louise's strength, and I will say if he could master Death Stance, he would 100% be a god tier level threat. If you want more content about Ordeal, just like, comment, and subscribe.